my scrappy friends, and welcome to my channel today. I have a share for you for Scrapping Clearly, and I am working on, this is week 28 from 2016. So as you can see, I've already printed all my photos and I've got all my papers in. I've decided to use the Citrus Bliss by Pink Paisley collection. Sorry, I just went completely blank. So Pink Paisley Citrus Bliss, and all of the 3x4 cards are from the cut apart sheet, which is called Hello, and my 3 6x4 papers are from a 12x12 paper called Lemonade. So I will be, I'll pop you on fast forward and get started. So I am back and I am going to walk you through my process. I always, well, I'll say always, and then next time I do one, I'll do something different. I do tend to start on my title card for the week, and this week is no exception. I started out with these gold thickers, which are just beautiful, but you'll see in a second that I changed my mind. They're very pretty, and I love the lightness and airiness and the whimsy of them, but they're a little bit too big. So I end up finding these tile stickers from Teresa Collins from the Something Wonderful range, and that bluey minty colour works perfectly with this collection. So I am spelling out week with those and adding in my 2 and 8, and I'm just going to stamp at the bottom with my roller date stamp the dates of that week from last year. Decided to go with grey ink because of the grey papers that I've picked out. I thought it was a nice, not as harsh as black. So anyone that has been following me probably realizes that I do not tend to go for purple. I did try that second heart I put on is purple, but I couldn't cope, so I took it off and I've replaced it with a little blue one. I'm going to work on this top right hand side card. As you can see, I've just popped in a couple of 4x6, well, they're 12x12 papers cut down to 4x6 for the 4x6 slots with a couple of smaller photos on there. Again, using those gold thickers, and I'm writing out the word yay. This was an email from Tanisha welcoming me onto the Colour Blast design team way back in July last year. So I wanted to document that because I certainly wasn't expecting to be offered a position on the design team. So I decided that grey was going to be too dark for me to write on using a grey pen. So I pulled out this paper from the collection as well and just cut a rectangle to lay out underneath my photo, and I'm going to do my journaling on it. Now I did start to use that particular paper for another page that I didn't end up using. I didn't like the way it was looking, so I have there is clear gesso on that, so in the close-ups you might see that the writing's a little bit different, and that's why. Just adding my journaling in with my grey marker, adding the date with my roller date stamp and a grey ink, popping those back in the pockets. Then I decided to work on this journaling card. Now I've super sped this up, like super duper sped it up, because you'll see in a second that I changed my mind. Tried it with the little half circle, then I tried it with some washi tape, but I just wasn't loving the grey above and below. So I decided to go with this pattern paper, swap a couple of the cards around, and I'm much happier with that. So these two photos are photos of my big guy with these giant Care Bears that we saw at our local shopping centre. He was so excited to see these Care Bears, and I almost had to tackle him off them. And the funniest part is my littlest guy was terrified. He was hiding behind my legs the whole time. And that's essentially what the journaling says, but I am giving that card like a subtitle, and it says Jacob, hug a lot. Just my journaling, which is essentially what I just told you about the photos. I'm just using my T-square ruler to draw some lines so that my journaling stays relatively straight, and then I rub them out. And I do that with all of my journaling cards, and I have, I think, cut out most of the process for most of them, because you don't need to watch me drawing lines, writing, rubbing it out. There you go. So next was that journaling card, and I've done exactly the same thing. I wanted to bring in some of those glittery foam stickers, but I do end up doing it, but not just yet. Adding my journaling on this card. That one already had lines on it, so I didn't need to add lines and take them off. Trying to decide if I want to add some more of these chipboard hearts. I think I don't. Oh, there you go. I had those two down the bottom. And then working on the back. So this is a 1 week spread that has gone over the front and the back of a page protector, because somewhere along the line, one of my weeks was only 1 page. And I'm quite happy to do that now. I'm not really strict with, oh my goodness, you must fill 1 week with 2 pages. And I've kind of gone, you know what, we'll fit in what I can and where I can and go with the flow. So I did end up bringing those glittery foam stickers onto the back on one of those on the left hand side of that rainbow photo, and I realized, well, if I'm going to bring them in here, I need to bring them in somewhere else. So I've managed to bring one into the front there, and I think I bring a few more into the back. It's really hard to see in this photo, and even in the close-ups it's not that great to see, but it's my boys on the couch. They decided to have a movie day, and they were watching like Kung Fu Panda and Rise of the Guardians and that kind of thing. And at one point I found them and they were snuggled up on the couch together. And I asked them why they were snuggled like that, and they both replied that they were looking after each other in the scary parts, which was just really cute. So I wanted to document that little story. I think the journaling on this card says something about a really quiet school holidays, because these photos were taken during school holidays, and the boys decided they wanted to have a movie day. I add that white sweet word there, and I'm going to use this card for their playlist, and I'm just using those tile alphas to spell out playlist. And I'm going to list the movies, and this is where I say that I found them cuddling in the scary parts, though I'm not really sure what the scary parts are in those movies, but that's okay. I think some more journaling, yes. So this card I do a little bit differently. I decided to add a few hearts, and then I draw some lines and I cut the whole process out. That's just about the rainbow photo. I walked out the house one day on my way to work and just found this beautiful rainbow. It was absolutely stunning. I called the boys out to come and have a look at it as well. Of course, I snapped a few photos too. Oh, we jumped ahead there. That last journaling card is about my YouTube channel. I took the snapshot a week after I started it, and I was so excited. I had 30 plus subscribers. I'm up to nearly 600 now, so I'm still a little bit in shock. I love every single one of the comments I receive, all of the thumbs up. I appreciate all of my subscribers. I love that you enjoy seeing my videos, so a big shout out to all of you that are watching. I really do read all of my comments, and I try to respond to all of them as well. I think I'm pretty good at that. Here are some close-ups on the video of all the cards, and then some close-ups still shots. I will include links to everything in the description box below. As always, thank you ever so much for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic scrappy day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!